Welcome, Game of Thrones fans. It's me, Mark.
I'm Anna.
And we are here to bring you episode 6 of season 3 Game of Thrones, entitled The Climb. Now, what do you remember about last episode there, Anna?
Well, obviously the big thing that I remember, partly because it was near the end of the episode, or was it the end of the episode? It was Tywin having...
That was the end.
Yeah, it was the end. Tywin having Tyrion marry Sansa, and Cersei marrying Sir Loras. So yeah.
Interesting play.
And then there was the one cave scene.
The cave scene.
The cave scene. But where, you know, they're Jon and
Secret.
Secret.
They had fun.
Yeah.
That brings up a question, actually. I can't remember who asked it. I'll get on the computer here in a little bit. Do you ship Jon and Egret?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And actually, there's another question for after this episode about that also. And it might have even been in the same question, but I want to ask the second question after this episode. What about the Hound?
The Hound. Right.
Trial by combat.
Yeah, that was interesting. Because, you know, obviously the Hound killed the one guy, I've already forgotten his name.
Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion. So yeah. And just thinking about it makes my arm hurt.
Couldn't have felt good?
Hmm?
Couldn't have felt good, could it?
No. And then he comes back to life. Apparently for the 6th time.
The 6th time. There was a good
There's
question
no
in
Lazarus
here.
Pit.
Oh, here we go. This one just came in an hour ago. That's what made me think of it. From Lukey B. Also have a question for Anna. We've now seen 2 followers of the Lord of Light. Demonstrating a different power. If Anna could use just one of those abilities, would she rather A, bring Ned back to life using Thoros Mir's power of resurrection? Or would you want to kill Joffrey by using a shadow demon, like Melisandre did to Renly?
Oh.
Big time question there.
Ooh.
I really liked it, so that's why I had to throw this one in.
So, I mean, we haven't seen the Shadow Demon baby in a while, so I'm gonna assume it's a, like, one-time thing. And then there's the resurrection thing. And I mean, I know how resurrection works, I just don't necessarily know how it works in this world, like the things. Because, I mean, Thoros Mir has resurrected Doran Bumbarin.
Beric Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion. Yeah. Beric Dondarrion 6 times, but I don't know whether it's like he can only resurrect one person or multiple people, or like how much time it takes, because didn't he say the whole, it's hard, he said something like it'd be hard to do that since that his spirit has left his body.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Ooh, I don't know.
Kill Joffrey or bring Ned back?
It's hard. So I really hate Joffrey. Then we could also see Ned again. I always have to make questions that make me think.
This one
a
came
lot.
in an hour ago. I just saw it.
Okay. Let's see. This is a really hard decision.
Gut instinct. Gut instinct.
Gut instinct?
What would you rather see? Ned back or Joffrey dead?
Oh God, this is hard. This is really hard. Because, I mean, I hate Joffrey. Joffrey is an MFSOB.
Oh, on that note, I forgot to say that last time. Jerry Mitchell, you won the best comment of the video a couple of times ago. He figured out what MFSOB stood for. My favorite son of Baratheon. So thank you, Jerry Mitchell, for that. Everybody was curious.
Okay. Back to the whole healing. I don't know.
That question that
Yes.
you're evading.
Yes.
Well, I got another question here.
Okay. Ooh. Though, I'll go with resurrecting Ned.
Resurrecting Ned. All
Then,
right, going with
if
Thoris.
Ned was resurrected and Ned cut off Joffrey's head, that would be awesome.
Great. Uh-huh. All right, this is going back to the marriage proposals by Tywin. From Diane Newman. Who does Anna think will be hurt the most of the Tyrion marriage? Shae or Sansa? We know Sansa is liking the Loras Tyrell thing.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Lannister thing. But then you have Shae in there.
Yeah. Judging from Shay's reaction, even when Tyrion called her beautiful, she's like, no. And, now he has to marry her because reasons. Shay's definitely gonna be angry.
Yes, she is.
Some part of me wishes. Let's see. And there's Sansa, who's getting married off for the third time, more or less. I don't know. She'd say she should be used to this, but then again, Tyrion, I don't know. I want to say Shae because, yeah. But I mean, and Sansa liking Sir Loras, it's more of I wouldn't necessarily, it's not actual love, and it's not necessarily puppy love. It's somewhere in between. Somewhere in between that.
Why do you think Sansa could grow to love Tyrion? She don't know Tyrion like we do.
No.
We've been following Tyrion around since the beginning.
Yeah. Well, he obviously likes Shae. Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Reaction
Maybe?
starts at 13 minutes and 45 seconds.
Maybe. I don't know. It depends.
Depends.
I mean,
Depends on how it rolls out.
Yes, and like this world, there are many branches. It's choices, decisions.
Okay, well this is from Morphy versus Fisher on the same lines. He was also the one that asked, do you ship Jon and Ygritte? He also wanted to point out about them being together in real life, but we talked about that before. Is Sansa better off with Tyrion, considering he's way better than Joffrey? Than what she was originally, season ago, when she was still going to be with Joffrey?
I don't know. I mean, obviously she's probably going to be a little bit more safer. But, and then there's the whole Tyrell thing, where marrying her off to Sir Loras would actually get her out of the city. I think. I don't know. Sir Loras is still in the city. But yeah. Then again, Sir Loris is, gay.
Okay. Which I don't think Sansa knows that.
No, she doesn't. I think she might be safer.
Safer. All right. Well, let's talk about Jaime a little bit and Brienne in the baths.
Right.
Because Jaime unloads on Brienne about why he did kill the Man King.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah.
I got a question in here somewhere I'm trying to scroll to.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Jaime, killed the Mad King because the Mad King told him to kill Tywin and burn the city down, which Jaime didn't like. So he then stabbed the Mad King in the back, literally and figuratively, and slit his throat as Ned walked into the throne room. And then Ned, judged him because, Kingslayer.
He's been known as the Kingslayer ever since.
Yep.
Okay, well, Julie 1039 wants to know, what do you think of Jaime now that you've heard his story about him being called the Kingslayer?
Well, it gives more of a different side to the story. Because I have, the whole the history and lore. And I mean, I think it was season 1, history and lore. And Ned, well, the actor that plays Ned, you read, he walked into the throne room and he saw Jaime sitting on the throne or something like that. I don't know. And I'm like, wait, what? 'Cause
Morphy versus Fisher. If Anna were in Jaime's position of having to kill his dad and watch the city burn, or kill the king, break his oaths, and have everyone hate him, what would you do? Would you do what Jaime did in that situation?
Well,
Like I said, there was a few Jaime questions, so.
I'd probably do the whole killing the king, because I mean, if you had, did all that stuff, you would have conscience on it. But, doing the right thing and not, killing all of those people probably made that whole thing kind of even out instead of, killing your father and burning down the city.
Yeah.
Probably would have done the same thing.
The last thing would be the Karstark scene.
Karstark. Yes, Karstark killed the Lannister boys, which were 15 or 14 years old.
15 years old was the one, I'm not sure on the other.
Well, Cora's age. So, yeah, and then he got beheaded, which would be how many beheaded people?
Well, we counted 7 total.
7. So,
Since
yeah.
it started.
So, yeah, 7 beheadments in the past 2.5 seasons.
I was going to wait till after. Remind me Chase Watson's question after this episode.
Okay.
Well, we can ask, I can ask this one question, just not the other one. Is there anybody in the show that's unkillable?
Unkillable?
Yep. As far as plot.
Unkillable.
Letting the plot roll through.
Plot.
Anybody do you think that has plot armor and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who's safe in this I mean, we always say nobody's safe, but
No one can
do you feel like there's anybody in the show that is unkillable?
Unkillable that has plot armor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
God.
unkillable like superhero powers, nothing like
Yeah.
that. Unkillable because they don't want to get rid of the actor or actress and
Yeah. You know, like Daryl.
yeah, like Daryl in Walking Dead. He's pretty safe.
Yeah, he's definitely safe. Let's see. I mean, they started off with the Starks, and I mean,
That's why this question's brought up a lot, is because of Ned,
Yes.
because everybody thought Ned was the main character.
Ned was the safe one. Nope. Episode 9. Let's see. Well, I think Arya has some decent plot armor. Well, yeah. John, he definitely has plot armor. Sam. Dany, definitely. Dany and her dragons. Pretty sure it's hard to kill dragons. And then
They were all killed once before.
I said pretty hard. I didn't say unkillable.
Okay.
I said pretty hard.
Just had to throw that out there.
I don't know. Probably.
That's your favorites, pretty much.
Yes. Definitely has to be someone with plot armor down in King's Landing. Let's see. I don't know. Pretty sure Cersei sadly has plot armor because story reasons. So, and then Tyrion, I'm pretty sure, because I mean he's the master of coin. Let's see. Sansa, I'm pretty sure. And then I don't know. I'll probably think of some more.
Okay. Well, we can revisit that at the end because I do want to come back to his other question after this episode is done.
Okay.
Well, I think that's everything we wanted to cover for our pre-discussion. That went a little long. But anyway, we are going to get episode 6 underway. Hope everybody enjoys it. I think it's a good episode.
Lady Reader's got a stick so far up her ass it's a wonder her feet touch the ground. You've been nasty to her every day. Of course she's nasty back. Me? It's my fault. First time I met her, she put a knife to my throat. First time I met you, you held a knife at me. We can't fight each other. We'll never make it to the wall. What's wrong with him? The visions take their toll. He's having one now.
I saw Jon Snow.
You saw him? At Castle Black?
He was on the wrong side of the wall. And surrounded by enemies.
He wasn't good to me the way you're good to me. Well, he didn't do that thing you do with your tongue.
Can we not talk about that here?
We don't talk about that here. Well, I'm Jon Snow. I've killed dead men in Coronathan, but I'm scared of naked girls.
I seemed scared the other day.
You were trembling like a leaf.
Only in the beginning.
Only in the beginning. You're loyal. And you're brave. You didn't stop being a crow the day you walked into Mance Raider's tent. Well, I'm your woman now, Jon Snow. The Night's Watch don't care if you live or die. Mance Raider don't care if I live or die. We're just soldiers in their armies, and there's plenty more to carry on if we go down. It's you and me that matters to me and you. Don't ever betray me.
She will not forgive you.
I won't.
Because I'll cut your pretty cock right off and wear it round my neck.
That was a threat.
He sent you to us for a reason.
You have someone he needs.
Opt-in point. Penetrates play at 200 yards. Can you make them?
Yeah, nothing tricky about it. Just need decent steel.
Get you the steel.
Let go of him! Tell him to stop! He wants to be one of you! He wants to join the Brotherhood! Stop them!
We serve the Lord of Light. The Lord of Light needs this boy.
Did the Lord of Light tell you that, or did she?
She told me I could be one of you.
You're a witch. You're going to hurt him.
I see a darkness in you. And in that darkness, eyes staring back at me. Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Eyes you'll shut forever. We will meet again.
Yeah, I would not want to, fall. It's a big no-no. That's me. I look down and be like, oh God. What would work out better?
Sorry. Were you sleeping? Oh. Whoa. So let's play a game. Which body part do you need the least? Please, not a body part.
Everything, please.
But you've already told me everything. Remember? Your daddy was mean to you? The Starks didn't appreciate you? One good bit though. The Stark boys. They're still alive. Wouldn't that be a lot to remember? You failed, but I know how to handle you. You've been wondering why you're here, haven't you?
I think we all have.
Where you are, who I am, why I'm doing this to you.
Pretty much all of this.
So guess.
If I win, you'll let me go.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
Well, listen, obviously isn't a Disney movie.
You say please again, and you wish you hadn't.
So, be unpolite.
You first. Where are you?
No.
Westeros.
Too vague.
Deepwood Mud.
Terrible guess. Now, where?
Blast earth.
Do I look like a fucking umber to you?
I can't hold.
You forgot to ask if I'm a lion. I'm afraid I am. told you is a lie.
Well, if everything he told you is a lie, does that mean you're lying now? And does that mean it's, that whole thing? If everything he told you was a lie, okay? That means he's lying now, which means he told the truth, which means...
Thank you for riding here so quickly.
Lord Frey requires a formal apology for your violation of your sacred oath to marry one of his daughters.
Of course, he deserves as much. I was in the wrong.
Restitution for this betrayal demands Harrenhal. Daughter to 10 demands. Not what? Who?
No.
Our father requires Lord Edmure to wed one of his daughters, Rosalind.
How old is she?
19.
Can I see her first? You want to count her teeth?
Why should I let that old ferret choose my bride for me? Very least, I should be offered the same choice you have as liege lord.
He's a proud man, and we've wounded him.
I didn't wound him. My answer is no.
Can I blame everything that happened since Robert died? Can I just blame everything on the war that killed him? Because, if the war hadn't killed them, none of this would have happened.
They're about to compel your teeth.
It's all right. You heard him. If you refuse, our alliance with the Freys is dead. I have a war to fight. We can't win it without them. I have no time to haggle. You said you wanted to make amends for the stone mill.
You recall that heroic engagement? I had something less permanent in mind.
I've won every battle, but I'm losing this war. If we don't do this and do it now, we're lost.
I'll marry her.
You're paying for my sins, Uncle. It's not fair or right. I'll remember it.
My lady, may our journey continue without further incident.
Oh, she won't be going with you.
I'm charged with bringing Sir Jamie to...
You are charged with abetting treason.
I'm afraid I must insist.
You're in no place to insist on anything. I would have hoped you'd learned your lesson about overplaying your position.
Your daughter
Is rich, the most beautiful woman in all 7 kingdoms.
In
I'm the mother of the
way
king.
too old.
Called that.
old. I'm something of an expert on the subject. Her change will be upon her before long. I'll spare you the details of what will happen then. You men may have a stomach for bloodshed and slaughter, but this is another matter entirely.
The only thing that might turn it are details of your grandson's nocturnal activities. Do you deny them?
Oh, not at all. A sword swallower through and through.
And a boy with his affliction
How does
should be grateful for
everyone
the
but Sansa
opportunity to
know
marry the
he's
most
gay?
beautiful
I don't know.
and remove
But even
the
Grandma
stain
knows.
from his name.
Did you grow up with boy cousins, Lord?
Perhaps High Garden has a high tolerance for unnatural behavior.
I wouldn't say that. True, we don't tie ourselves in knots over a discreet bit of buggery, but brothers and sisters. Where I come from, that stain would be very difficult to wash out.
I will not breathe further life into a malicious lie by discussing it.
Lie or not, you must admit many people find it quite convincing. Convincing enough to put swords in their hands and send them off to kill Lannisters and Tyrells, thanks to our new affiliate.
Now, if the rumors about my children were true,
They are.
then Joffrey is no king at all, and House
He isn't.
Tyrell is throwing its prize flower into the dirt.
And if Cersei is too old to give Laura's children, we are throwing another prize flower into the dirt. It is a chance we simply cannot take.
The uncertainty makes you uncomfortable. All right. I'll remove it for you. If you refuse to marry Loras to Cersei, I will name him to the King's Guard. I'm sure you're familiar with the King's Guard vows. He will never marry. He will never have children. The Tyrell name will fade. And High Guard will go to the children of Joffrey and Marjorie.
You would have your grandson protected by someone who disgusts you.
I will have my grandson protected by a skilled warrior who takes his vows seriously. So, shall I draw up the order? Or do you consent to this match?
Ice Kraken. This wall is very fragile. They did. Avalanche. Very close call there.
Would still be rotting on the city gate.
Trying to have me killed is an odd way of saying thank you. There are two people in King's Landing who can give an order to a King's Guard. Did you, or did you not, order Sir Mandan to kill me during the Battle of the Black Water? The impulse I understand. He hates me because I'm the only one who tells him what he really is.
Will they let me invite my family? They haven't asked my opinion. But do you think they will? No.
Alone, if I may.
Why do you need to speak to her alone? Shay? Please excuse her volunteering. She's not from here. But I trust her, even though she tells me not to.
Sometimes we think we want to hear something. And it's only afterwards, when it's too late, that we realize we wished we'd heard it under entirely different circumstances.
It's all right, really.
I know.
Poor Tyrion.
I know.
This is awkward.
Very awkward.
Chaos is a ladder. Many who try to climb it fail and never get to try again. The fall breaks them. And some are given a chance to climb, but they refuse. They cling to the realm, or the gods, or love. Illusions. Only the ladder is real. The climb is all there is.
I assume there'd be more snip.
Right, the climb.
Climb.
They made it to the top of the wall.
Yep, all in one episode. Soon would take hours.
Oh, I bet. 700 feet's long ways to climb.
Yep,
We lost a few on the way.
a few. Let's see, they had 20, now they have 4. So, you know, 16 people. Which, if they're climbing in like groups of 4, that'd be like, that's 5 different groups, and I only saw 3. 3 different groups of climbing.
I think one time I saw 4.
3 or 4.
On
That
one
should
of
be
the shots.
like 5.
Alright, do we want to go back to the beginning?
Sure.
Open up with Sam and Gilly by the fire.
Yep. Sam gave how tall the wall was. He sang, I assume what it was a lullaby.
Sang a little song anyways.
Mhm.
Gilly. Okay. Osha, Mira, and Bran. Osha and Mira were complaining about, skinning rabbits, who was better.
Yep.
And then Jojen, Bran settled that, but
Yeah.
and Jojen was working out.
Yeah.
And was kind of having a seizure.
Kind of like a nightmare.
Yeah. And what did he say?
I saw Jon Snow. He was on the wrong side of the wall, surrounded by the enemy. Which, I mean, I don't know who's more of the enemy, the wildlings or the white.
Right.
I mean, aren't we not supposed to assume it's the wildlings? Because,
It's been the wildlings for years, though. The White Walkers are just showing up for the first time in
True.
1,000 years.
But his warging abilities,
Yeah.
you just assume his warging abilities come close to, more or less, to the fourth wall thing.
Yep, kinda. Okay, Jon and Egret talking.
Mm-hmm.
Egret knew a secret about Jon.
Yep. Still more or less a crow.
When he got to,
Mansarder's tent.
yeah.
He was still a crow.
Okay. We'll get back to Jon and Egret here in a little bit. The Brotherhood scene, when the Red Woman shows up.
Mm-hmm.
You were correct.
Yes. I mean, I got this guessing thing down. I just don't have this guessing thing down.
You're just not confident of your guesses.
Yes.
You like it when they come true, though.
Yes.
Okay. So, Gendry's off. What do you think's going to happen to Gendry?
Gendry? I have no idea.
No
There could be
idea.
any number of things.
How about a guess? Maybe you'll be right. Let's talk a little bit about Theon. He thought he had it right.
He thought he had it right. Which, I mean, if ever... he tried to find a loophole. How does he know he wasn't lying? Because, I mean, if everything he told him was a lie, that means the whole lying thing was a lie, which means he was telling the truth. But then that means that would be a lie, and it's an internal loophole. Seriously, they don't explain that.
Alright.
I mean, obviously Tyrion didn't see that because, he was being tortured.
Theon, not just a Tyrion.
Oh. Sweeties. Wrong person. Oh well.
Regardless, still confusing.
Yeah.
What's going on with that whole story?
Mhm.
Okay, Walder Frey's new terms. He'd
Yeah.
sent his sons to Riverrun
Mhm.
to talk with him about new terms. And that involved Lord Edmure marrying one of his daughters.
And then he complained, he's been trying to get me to marry one of his daughters since I was 12, which was a long time ago.
He's finally gonna get his way.
Mhm.
But he wants the wedding quickly.
Yep.
Because he don't trust Rob as far as
Mhm.
waiting around because, well,
Yeah.
we know how that one turned out.
Mhm.
Okay. Now we go to Jamie and Brienne having dinner with Ruth Bolton.
Yep.
And Ruth says that he will send Jamie to King's Landing, but not Brienne.
Yeah.
So Brienne's in a little trouble.
Mhm. I mean, unless they're free Brienne, I don't know how that would work.
Okay, what about Tywin and Lady Olenna's conversation?
Tywin and Lady Olenna's.
Talking about Tywin's like, no, Cersei's marrying Sir Loras. And she don't want that to happen because she thinks Cersei's too old to have children.
Which I've always.
Plus,
Which I said.
plus she wants Sir Loras to marry Sansa.
Yep.
And so Tywin says, well, I'll just write up an order, put Sir Loras on the King's Guard.
Mhm.
So Tywin won.
Yep. Why is it that Lannisters always get their way? Except for maybe Tyrion.
Yeah, except for Tyrion. Well, you gotta say they're smart. And they're probably the best game players in the show.
They made up the game.
Okay, well that brings us into the second wall scene. The one where Jon and Ygritte fall, and there's the avalanche,
Mhm.
and the ward cuts the rope.
Yep. Luckily, by that time, conveniently, Jon had.
Just finally.
Yep.
Little added suspense. But we know Jon can't die that way. That'd been way too simple. Plot armor, right?
Yep. And Ygritte. I mean, other than Jon and Ygritte in that, with the Wildling camp, there'd be no other reason to, go back to the Wildling camp.
I like Tormund.
Yeah, but he's not necessarily like the big character.
Right,
in that
right.
area, which
I
would
just
be
think
Jon.
he's funny. Some of the things he says. Okay, and then we have Sir Loras and Sansa talking.
Mhm.
They still think they're getting married.
Yep.
That conversation. You were saying Sir Loras seemed awkward.
He definitely felt awkward.
Towards the end of the conversation, he was doing well, though.
Yeah, at the beginning, no. He probably felt very awkward.
And then it pans into Tyrion and Cersei talking.
Yep.
Cersei says we could kill him.
Well, the last time they, killed the Stark, not very good things happened. And,
That kicked a lot of stuff off.
Yep. And, killing Sir Loras would mean they lost their, their peace with the Tyrells.
Yep.
So, it's probably not the best politically good idea.
Just all sorts of cards being played right now, eh?
Mhm.
Okay, and then that leads Tyrion into Sansa's room. And Shay just happens to be there.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
I kind of wish they would have finished that conversation.
Just to see their reactions.
But they cut out as he's about to start explaining.
It's just like, oh god, this is awkward.
And it does show during Littlefinger's speech at the end. What do you think of that? I like that speech. Unfortunately, we did lose somebody.
Yeah, Roz. I saw him like, you've got to be kidding me.
But Littlefinger found out Roz was spying for Varys.
Mhm. So yeah.
So, what do you think of that Littlefinger speech? I've always thought that's a nice, powerful monologue.
Yeah.
What the scenes are showing. And
But to be truthful, I kind of already forgot the majority of what he said because I was focusing on the visuals because
Roz died.
Raz did.
But it did show Shay and
Sansa.
Sansa's crying because obviously Tyrion told her.
And then
And then it
there's
shows him-
Shay, and she's
Shay's
like,
just looking upset.
yes. I mean, honestly, if she didn't have to be, she'd probably be like, if she didn't have to, keep it a secret that, she and Tyrion.
Work together.
Yeah. But, yeah, she had to try to put on a poker face.
Yeah, because she can't let anybody know.
Yeah. She just looked sad.
And then Jon and the wildlings get to the top.
Mm-hmm. See, they have a reason for laying down on their backs because they're tired. Me, I am in gym for an hour. That's what I feel like wanting to do. Because,
Couldn't imagine
gym.
climbing a 700-foot wall.
Oh, no, I'd be terrified. I'd be like 20 feet up. I'm like, nope, I want down. 20 feet up. 700? No way.
No possible way. Okay, and I'm not going to forget Chase Watson's question. Do you think Jon is becoming more committed to the wildlings than the Night Watch? How does she think this will play out?
I have no idea.
We know going in, there was the plan with Corrin for him to go undercover. Is he getting too, what did they say, deep cover?
Deep cover, possibly. Because, I mean, he has already, broken a few of those vows. Just to, prove that he's becoming a wildling.
Do you think he loves Egret?
Well, no duh.
No duh.
I think they planned to... It was obvious from the first time she was introduced.
When he couldn't kill her?
Mm-hmm. Even though, they didn't like each other at the time. It was still obvious.
Obvious from the get-go, eh?
Yep.
Well, all right. I think that's the entire discussion. You got anything else you want to add? This is a slower episode, not a ton of action. The wall climb is probably the most action in this, but a lot of good conversations. I mean, I like the Tywin and Lady Olenna. That's a great conversation, I thought. I thought the Littlefinger Varys conversation was great. I thought Cersei and Tyrion's conversation.
Wait,
yeah, what do you think of that? Cersei and Tyrion, they started talking about. He asked Cersei if she was the one to have Tyrion killed.
Yep. Nope. It was
Joffrey.
It's Joffrey. Because... Why again?
Why? Well, because Tyrion smacked him a few times. Tyrion calls him out on his stuff. But he did ask if he was safe, and she said probably not, but as long as Tywin's around, he should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he follows what Tywin says.
Okay, I kind of find that funny. Everyone assumes Cersei at first, until they find out it's actually Joffrey. I mean...
Yep, and Joffrey.
Yep.
It's all Joffrey's fault.
We
want to wrap up?
Sure.
Call her good for this one. All right. Well, that was episode 6. We're halfway through now. We're down to the last 4, season 3. Have a feeling things may pick up a little bit. Hopefully.
Yes.
Had a little build up these last couple episodes, so.
Lots of build up.
You got to have the plot building in order to keep a good story going. So.
In this show, it's confusing enough.
Oh, we have been watching quite a bit of Game of Thrones lately. HBO's running a marathon. But they are now past where we are at in the...
Ooh!
What?
Oh, shoot. What was it? It was something... I don't know. It was something...
It was something important, wasn't it?
Yes!
What was it?
Oh... It was season 2, right? The whole Grey Worm thing?
Oh, no, that was season 1.
That was season 1.
The other
that's
night
right.
when they were running season 1 marathon, I happened to catch it when it was on Baylor. And they had Anna come in. And
Yes.
we ended up watching Baylor and Fire Blood.
I caught this. When the witch was describing Danny's baby, she mentioned something about gray worms. I'm like, wait, whoa. And, I mean, we were watching it on this TV, we would have been able to rewind it, but we were watching it in my dad's room, so we couldn't. But I knew she said something about great worms. I'm like, wait a second.
Grey Worm was just introduced to the show.
Yeah. And he had never noticed it.
I'd never noticed it.
He's
I don't know
watched
if it actually has a tie into that or not, or if it was just a clever little thing. I don't know. If anybody knows if that scene with the witch when she was trying to revive Drogo, when she mentions the Grey Worm,
yeah,
if it has anything to do, I don't think it does, but we thought
no,
it was
just a cool
random
foreshadowing.
But, well, alright. We will see you guys for episode 7 soon.